Hello, we are going to solve a system of two linear equations using the matrix function of our graphing calculator. The first thing that we need to do before we do that is just make sure that our linear equations are in standard form, because that makes easy work of inputting our data to the matrix. So we need to remind ourselves, what is a standard form linear equation? Well, ax plus by is equal to c. This is the standard form of a linear equation. Do both of our equations actually meet that standard? We've got ax plus by equals c. I've got 7x minus y equals 34. 2x plus 3y equals 10, or negative 10. And of course, we just got to make sure that our constant is on one side of the equal sign by itself, and our x's and y's on the other side. So it looks like that our two equations do meet the priority of having both of them in the standard form. Okay, so let's go ahead, and now that we've confirmed that they are both in standard form, let's go to our handy dandy calculator over here. We're going to turn it on, and we are going to go locate the matrix function of our calculator. So we're going to go to the blue second button and blue word matrix. When we do that, it pulls up this screen. The first one says names, math, and edit at the top. We want to input data. So that requires us to go to the edit screen. So we're going to right arrow over to the edit screen. So right gets to the edit screen. This is just asking us, do you want to edit the first matrices? And we're like, sure, let's go to that one. So let's push enter. Okay, so at this one, yours might say something else. Like yours might say 1 by 1, maybe. Let's say, let's change it to that. And it would only have a single number there. 1 by 1 matrices contains only a single number. But we do want to have a different size matrices because it needs to match our equations. So our equation is going to have how many rows? Well, we've got two equations, so that means we've got 2 rows. We name our matrices row by column. We have 2 rows, so it's a 2, and then we also have columns, so we got 1, 2, 3 columns. So our matrices is going to be a 2 by 3 column. So we need to go ahead and change that on our graphing calculator. We're going to go up here and literally just right arrow, and we're going to change it. We're going to type right over top of it. We're going to call it a 2, right arrow at top of that 1, and change it to a 3. When I do that, it magically changes my matrices into 6 boxes, which is the size of a 2 by 3 matrix. Okay, so now we're going to put our data in. Well, our data is going to include our coefficients of 7, -1, and our constant of 34. Like I said, there is an invisible -1 right there. Okay, so let's put that in the first row. 7, enter. And then we're going to have -1, enter, -1, enter, and then 34, enter. So we have now put the first row of our data into our matrices. Okay, our second row is going to be the 2, the 3, and the -10. So I'm going to put in 2, enter, 3, enter, and -10. And if you notice, I use this negative that's at the lower part of the calculator. I do not use the minus sign. I use the -10, and that was also true for the -1 on the top row. Use this negative at the lower part of your calculator, -1 and -10. So I push that enter. Now all of my coefficients and constants are in my matrices. To do the next step, you actually need to go completely out of the matrix window. So to go completely out, I'm going to do blue second button, blue word quit, blue second button, blue word quit. Okay, so but now I'm going to go right back into the matrix window. But unfortunately, you cannot do this next step while you're inside the matrix. You have to go completely out and go back in again. So we're going to go second, blue second button, blue matrix again. Except now I've already edited my data. I've input my data, so I do not need to go to the edit screen. I now need to go to the math screen, the math options, because these give me all kinds of calculator functions that will calculate for me. So on this math set of options, I want to go find the RREF. It's actually closer to the bottom of the list, so I'm actually going to push the up arrow. That'll put me at the bottom of the list. So I'm going to go up, 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 and right there I see B, RREF, which stands for reference row echelon option. So we are going to choose that. We're going to say enter. And you see it's basically waiting on me to say, okay, what do you want me to look at? What matrix do you want me to look at and calculate with? So I'm going to go back into second matrix again, and it's already highlighting matrix 1A, which is the 2 by 3 matrix that I just created by inputting data. And that's like, yes, I want you to look at that first matrix that I just created. So you just push enter in order to choose that matrix, close your parentheses, and then push enter. And at that point, it gives you an answer matrices. It has given us the answer matrices of 1, 0, 0, 1, and 4, -6. What is important to note about this is that if you do have all ones and zeros right here, and these ones follow kind of a diagonal, that means that your answers over here are correct. That means that your X value of your solution is equal to 4. Your Y value of your solution is equal to -6. You would write your solution as an X and Y coordinate. You would write it as 4 and -6. Now, if you were to graph both of these two lines on a graph, you would see that they intersect at this point. And that is why that this is the solution for our two linear equations. This is where they intersect. This is their solution. So hopefully that helps you go through the process, helps you understand a little bit more about how to utilize matrices to solve a system of linear equations. Okay, click on the subscribe button, click on the like button, and we'll see you back soon. Thank you.